Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie, and today's movie is one that I am not particularly happy to be watching. If you watched my review for Repulsion, I talked about in that I basically have avoided this film for a really long time. I have seen the remake, not on purpose. I mean, like, I watched it on purpose, but I didn't know all about it at the time that I watched that film. And so, yeah, I did not really look forward to this one. But I will say that one of you, and I apologize, I don't remember who it is right now, and my phone is not on me, did comment saying that in the original, it's not that bad. The particular scene, it's very short. It is graphic, but it's short. And that it tends to be kind of blown out of proportion. Now I know other people were saying to avoid I Spit on Your Grave and some other films, but the general seems to be that this one is not that bad. So we will see. And I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it and let you guys know how I feel. I will say, I mean, this is a film I think in the back of my mind I kind of always planned to eventually watch. I thought about doing a series of like watching films I've avoided. And maybe will do that with some future ones. But yeah, I'm interested, I guess. Not really. But I'm doing it anyway. And I'll let you guys know. Now, don't worry, like, if you're thinking, like, oh, just skip it or anything. Like, I'm not so superly triggered that it's going to be, like, an issue for my mental health. If you are somebody that is, like, triggered by things like rape or anything, you know, don't put yourself at risk if it's going to be a harm to your mental health. I'll get over it. It'll be fine. It's just something that I avoid in general just because I don't like it. Which I guess, like, I mean, the whole aspect of watching horror is that it, like, terrifies you. But, I don't know. I avoid, but I will be back to let you guys know my final thoughts. Okay, so just finished with watching, and wow, this is one intense film. Of course, like, I knew that going in, expected it to be intense. To be honest, that particular scene, yes, the rape of the Mary character does not last long. Not as, I don't want to say it's not as intense as I expected it to be, I guess, but it's still very intense, and the thing is that there's so much that happens leading up to that, to her and to her friends, and just these characters in general, that just makes the entirety of it just so horrific and graphic, and God, not an easy film to watch. I will say I was hoping that the kind of revenge part of the film would have been a bit longer. You know, the parents, if you don't know this film, sorry, but the parents kind of get their revenge towards the end of this film. I wish that part would have lasted longer. I wish they would have gotten to kind of do more, to these people who did horrible things to their daughter or friends. Granted, they don't really know, like, the extent of it, and obviously they just wanted to get any sort of revenge, which they do. I think it would have, sitting through so much horrificness would have been a little bit more paid off had the revenge part been longer. This movie isn't that long. It's only an hour and like 24 minutes, not even like a full 30. So it's not like that bad to sit through. It's just so much. And they also, one aspect in this film that I wasn't a big fan of is that they kind of tried to insert these like moments of comedy, especially with like the cops, and the cops, like, their car breaks down and they're trying to get a car. Those cops are fucking stupid. They made me so angry. A lot made me angry in this film. But yeah, I didn't like that kind of aspect of them trying to like insert any sort of comedicness into this very intense, very serious film. I also forgot that this was Wes Craven's horror debut. I know that he did like The Hills Have Eyes, which is also on this list, but I forget about some of his more like very intense horror. And I definitely forgot that he did this film, which is crazy to me because, like, for me, like, was R.I.P. Like my favorite horror director. Obviously, he did Scream, so like I associate him with kind of those types of films. Scream, A Nightmare on Elm Street, which all have like comedicness to them. Even like Red Eye, see it right over there right now. I like associate him more with those type of horror films, and not to say that they don't have their intense moments, but just I forget that he's done movies like this, which is fine. And I mean, Wes even said himself that like this movie is hard to watch. Not that he doesn't like it or didn't like it, but it's just he gets that it's a hard fucking film to watch. And it is. It's not easy. But it wasn't a bad film, and it definitely, I think, for me, I definitely expected it to be way worse than it was. And I'm also, I'm sitting there just like waiting for the scene to happen, which also like doesn't help. Now, I do think if you go into a movie like this, like I did with the remake, not knowing anything about it, that's like way worse. At least I was like prepared for what was happening, But I mean, I don't hate the film like I thought I would. It hasn't changed my mind about it. Really, I still think it's horribly graphic and disturbing and damn you, Wes. But I mean, it's a horror film. That's what it's meant to do. It's not meant to make you feel comfy at all. So I don't suggest the film if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's on this list of 101 horror movies you must see before you die. I don't necessarily agree with that factor. I think you can go without seeing this one. I don't think you're missing out on a whole lot. So if you have seen this one, let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments below. If you did enjoy this, please do give a big old thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button for more horror related content. And before I go, a quick shout out to my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. If you want to know the perks to being a Patreon, links are in the description below along with all of my social media. And I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye!